Hey guys, so today I wanted to make a video to show you how to change the rear camera in the iPhone 6. So during this process we're going to be using a few different tools. One of the tools that I'm going to be using is a suction cup tool, and I'll explain in a bit how this works. The other things that we're going to be using is a Phillips screwdriver size 000, and we're going to be using a small torx screwdriver size 0. So I'll include links in the video description for these tools that I'm going to be using to work on this, or any parts that I'm going to be using during this process. I'll include links in the video description for them as well if you want to check them out. So first, what we will need to do is in the bottom right down here, there's two little screws, and we're going to need to use this torx screwdriver, and we're going to need to remove these two screws right here. So next, what we will do is we'll use this handy little suction tool. Now you can use another suction cup like these ones if you want, and you can just put them on the front here, but it's a lot easier to use this tool. They're not very expensive at all, and you can get these tools, and what they do is they attach on the front and the back like this. Now what you want to do is stay as close to the home button as you can down here, and if you have a cracked screen or anything like that, you just can put a piece of a tape over here, like packing tape, and then you have something to adhere to. And so what we're going to do is just gently pry up on this screen. As you can see, mine came apart just like that. Now if you have to, you can use a little pry tool to pry in here. I have a little plastic pry tool like this, and what you have to, if you need to get it started a little bit, you can pry right under here just a little bit, and then once this thing lets loose, you can just go ahead and remove it. The next, what you need to do is carefully pry up on the screen here, and then there's this plate right here, and there's 5 screws, and you're going to want to remove those, and make sure you keep those screws in the right order because some of them are different sizes. So next, what we're going to want to do is remove this cover right here. I'm just going to use a tweezers so you can see easy enough. And then what we're going to want to do, I like to use this plastic pry tool because that way I don't short anything out for sure. You can use your fingers even if you want, your fingernails, but just go ahead and loosen this connector right here, and then just go ahead and loosen the connector right behind it, and then this one over here, just kind of in order as they come up, that you can take these apart. And so there's 4 connectors, and then the whole screen comes off just like that. To change the rear camera, what we're going to need to do is to peel back this little plastic piece that's right here, and then we're going to want to remove these 2 screws right here on either side of the camera with a Phillips screwdriver. Then next, we're going to want to grab this shield right here and pull this off, and then you can either use your finger or a plastic pry tool or something and pop this connector loose right here for the rear camera, and then you can kind of pull up on this connector a little bit and just use something to pry with right there, and as you can see, it pops right out just like that. So to reinstall, just grab your rear camera, set it right down in there, press down nice and square, go ahead and reconnect your connector right here. You can feel it pop in. Then we'll go ahead and just set our shield back down on here and put our 2 screws back in. To reinstall the screen, just grab the screen, set it right down in here, and just start connecting the connector that's the furthest down, and just keep going in order. Middle one next, and then this one over to the side here. You can kind of feel them firmly snap into place there. You'll need to grab your shield right here and go ahead and put all 5 of those screws back in. Now if it's easier, what you can do is, if you get a couple screws in to hold this in place, you can kind of pull the screen off the side here. Just be careful to not pull it too far, so you can just rest it down and put the rest of these in. So to put your screen back in, just grab your phone, and if you kind of tip this up right here, this is a little hard to see because I still have a screen protector here, but just kind of tip it up a little like this, keep it apart, and then get the top started down in here first, and then you can just kind of press the screen in and just work your way down around, make sure that it's in all the way around, and go ahead and put your 2 screws back in the bottom. There you go guys, you're all set. Thanks for watching.